I want to begin my sermonette talking a little bit about the hard times that I've been through the last, I'll say, 3 to 4 weeks, and how do I ended up thinking about the topic I'm about to talk about today. I believe everything began with United States getting or being eliminated of the World Cup. And me telling everybody in the company that Brazil was going to win the World Cup. So from United States being eliminated to Brazil being humiliated, rough times have been in my life so far. My bosses decide to take vacation, all of them at the same time. So my work has been really interesting these past 3 weeks, to a point that one day, a week or so ago, I decided to blank out. I was sitting, I was under a lot of stress. I was in one of our buildings who happened to have a back office. It's all fully furnished, but it's empty. So I decided to walk out of an office and went to the back office and locked myself up. And I sit down, put my legs on a desk, and I start looking at the ceiling and what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing? It was probably more likely the question I have. And suddenly, somehow, I came out to what we're going to talk about today, the Sermonette. So my first slide today, and you're going to be listening, I'll be telling somehow Zach to this first slide, second slide, since we don't have a clicker today. So I want you to pay attention to this picture right here. And this is what is called the Whirlpool Galaxy. This is a picture taken by the Hubble telescope on the NASA website. This is one of the most beautiful galaxies out there, or one of the most beautiful pictures of a galaxy out there. The distance from Earth to that particular galaxy is 160,000 million light years. 160,000 million light years. The radius is about 43,000 light years, just the radius of that galaxy. The solar mass of that galaxy is 160 billion compared to Earth. 160 billion. Let's hold for a minute. What is light year? So we can absorb this, we can understand this better. A light year is the distance that the light travels in a 1 Julius year, I believe, Julian year or something like that, which is translated to miles, 6 trillion miles. So just to give you an idea, if you want to go to the Whirlpool Galaxy, all you have to do is grab 6 trillion and multiply that by 23,160,000 light years, and voila, you will be in the Whirlpool Galaxy. So it's a little far away. It contains, based on NASA's website, 300 billion stars. Don't ask me how do they get to this conclusion. I guess they hire somebody, show him the picture, and the guy's, I think, still counting. In a couple of days, the amount of stars will be a little bigger, because I seriously doubt that there is somebody around there telling them all these things. So 300 billion stars on that particular galaxy. Let's go back to the mass. 160 billion solar masses. Let's go to the slide number 2, Zach, please. So what is a solar mass? This is the sun, and that's the Earth. And that's how the Earth rotates around the sun, right? So that the room in between, the space in between that, the orbit, is what's considered a solar mass. So 160 billion of those will fit in that galaxy. 160 billion solar masses. It's huge. I can't even understand it. In fact, I tried to do the math in a calculator, in a scientific calculator. I tried to do it online, and I don't think there was anything bigger to put that number in there. I They come out, some websites come out with some formulas, some equations that can give me that particular number, but not a plain, simple number. Let's talk about one star, just one star. The sun. Next slide, Zach. That's the sun. That's a picture taken by the Hubble telescope too. Don't want to get into too many details about the sun and how hot it is and all that kind of stuff, or what's the distance from here to the sun. But just to give you an idea of how big the sun is, we can feed the earth in the sun 330,000 times. That's how big that one star is. And it's not even one of the biggest stars out there. It's the biggest from us because it's closer to us. 330,000 times the size of the earth. Let's see the next slide. That's our beautiful earth. Just no normal size, just a picture of it. Next slide. I wanted to show you. I tried my best to make the earth as small as I can make it to get an idea, 330,000 times. Can you guys see the earth somewhere in that picture? Yeah? So let me just move and point it at you. That little dot right there is the earth in compared with the sun. 303,000 of those will make a star as big as the sun. What am I talking about? Astronomy, or what am I talking about? Stars, galaxies, and all that kind of stuff. It's because when I was in that office thinking about how hard my life is and how difficult and how stressful. Oh, Brazil lost. Oh, my bosses are gone. Oh, the work is overwhelming. Oh, this, all that. I start thinking, wait a minute. Who created all this? Who created me? Who put me where I'm at? Who guides me? Who teaches me? Who is with me day and night? The Whirlpool galaxy, like I mentioned earlier, contains 300 billion stars. I just show you one, the sun. And it is one of hundreds of billions of other galaxies and the universe that God created. It was for me a humble reminder that the God I believe on is bigger than any problem that I will ever have. Bigger than any bad day at work, bigger than any bad day in soccer history, bigger than everything. That right there was for me enough to get out of that room and just keep doing what I do. Independently of the result, it's just another day at work. That's all it is. Just another day in life. Let's go to Psalms 8, verse 3. Psalms 8, verse 3. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is mankind that you are mindful of them, human beings that you care of them? And I can stop thinking about that particular landscape that David was looking at it when he said those words, or when he got inspired to say that. I mean, how many of you have been in the middle of the wilderness, no light, no city lights, nothing, on a clear sky, clear night, perfectly beautiful? There are billions of stars up there. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. This is next slide, Zach, please. Sorry. No trial has overtaken you that is not faced by others, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tried beyond what you are able to bear. But with the trial will also provide you a way out, so that you may be able to endure it. So remember, brethren, no matter how hard your life is, no matter how many difficult trials you're going through, we have a wonderful God behind us, supporting us, helping us to succeed, to overpass. God is a God that will provide us the way out. They'll teach us how to be able to endure, no matter how difficult the situation is. I want to show you the next slide. And I want you to look and think for a minute. Most of the slides that I've been showing you or presenting you throughout this past 8 to 10 minutes contain dark clouds. Space, when you look at space, is dark. When you look at a storm or the night, it's dark, and it has dark clouds. This particular panorama picture right there is beautiful, but it also contains dark clouds. I've seen an incredible amount of pictures of storms because I love storms and thunders and that beauty of that power coming down to earth. And it's dark. There was an amazing YouTube video out there a couple weeks ago with how some clouds were forming over North Dakota with the storm. It was just gorgeous. It's like an ocean upside down. It was beautiful. But there were dark clouds. Brother, panoramas also contain dark clouds. Dark clouds are also part of the panorama. Still beautiful. Still beautiful. Just like our life, we will have bad days. But there's just still part of our lives. Just don't forget and always think about how great and amazing is the God that we serve.